Shout out to all the squeaky chairs out there for keeping us protected and safe. Bitcoin could not hit $100,000 even with the following narratives. Elon Musk shilling Bitcoin. Tesla buying $1 billion of Bitcoin. A country adopting it, El Salvador. Michael Cybernetic Hornet's Nest Sailor bull shilling Bitcoin. With that, we had infinite QE and 0% interest rates. Think about this, please, as you ponder. I'm going to put some angel music so you can ponder, because we're going to crank it later on. Think about your choices going into the next bull market. Think about who's actually your friend. I'm your friend. I'm not selling you anything. I just want you to be safe. You, your friends, your family, your squirrels, your ducks, your pups. Chill out. Make sure you have self-custody. Make sure you don't get trapped. I don't care if you listen to me or not. I can sleep at night knowing I told you consensus trade is dangerous. Why? Because consensus trade bakes in the prices already today. All those weak hands who would be hitting market to buy and scrambling, those people that would do it in the future, they're already in today. We have sucked out like a vacuum. We've sucked them out and we've made them click buy today. So the price you see reflects it. Think about all these narratives. I remember what it was like. Do you remember? You're my friend. All those narratives at the top. We couldn't even get to 80,000. 80, 90, 100,000. We couldn't do it. Don't forget, there's only one myth remaining. That Bitcoin is always profitable after 4 years of holding. That myth is being destroyed right now. There is a 200-week moving average. They said, it acts as support. Crushed. Straight through support. Be careful. Okay? It's going to happen. You want to know, okay, what do you do? What do you do? I'm not a financial advisor. Go speak to one. They're going to tell you to go buy bonds. I'm just telling you what I can do. What I can do is I can see that consensus sucks. I would underweight Bitcoin and Ethereum, and I would overweight scam Ponzi trash coins that you have to buy in the depression that you probably don't feel good owning. If you can't do that, you have no business here. If you want to win, this is what you need to do. Now, you can technically win, but when I tell you enjoy your 2.3x on your money by the time you realize Bitcoin is topped out, you're not going to call that a win. You know why? Because you're going to be looking at all these other poopy McPoop coins like little Peppy here and be like, what the hell? This dude made 40x in 1 year. I've been holding Bitcoin for 3.5 years for the cycle. I got in at 30K. Now I've got to get out at like 64K. Why? Because it hit 80 and it came back down. Imagine that scenario happens. I hope it doesn't, man. I hope it goes to 120, 150K. Remember, consensus is 120K for Bitcoin. And we always undershoot it. Now, you can tell me we're going to overshoot it. That's fine. I hope that happens. I hope we go to 200K and then everybody changes their forecasts to 400K. But that's the top. I hope that happens. But what if that doesn't happen? What if we stop at 80? You're waiting for 120 with the whole crowd. And then the next stop from 80. What if that happens? Are you prepared for that? I hope you're prepared for that. Altcoins are going to do much better because nobody believes in them. I believe in you. You believe in me. Friendship and kindness. Nikki Boo. Arthur Hayes' calls of 750,000 to $1 million Bitcoin by 2026. What's your thoughts? Oh, friends, it's a tough game. That's why I mentioned, man, I want to believe it. I just don't see Ethereum at 75,000. So just to let you know, because of the ETH-BTC ratio, Ethereum about 5% to 10% of Bitcoin's price, depending on the ratio and what it does. So when you tell me Bitcoin is $1 million, you're telling me Ethereum is 50K to 100K. All right. Do you see that world? Now, here's the thing. I can dream of that world with you, but do you actually see it? That's what I'm asking you. There are a lot of bizarre things that happen in this world, but one of them is not every single retailer around us becomes a millionaire. We never see that. They might think they're on the way to becoming a millionaire. That's actually markets and cycles, but they don't actually get there. I think it's more likely we get scammed. That's why I'm just here to ask you, just please look around you. Look around. Do you think that this is going to be the cycle where everyone gets their $10,000 and it becomes 1 million for every single person by 2026? I hope so. I don't think so. I've seen enough of this market, inverse gains, trash. You've seen enough of CoinFessions wrecked. It's tough. And when I say tough, I really mean it's tough. Look at this soy boy. Look at him. What do you think was going through everyone's minds? This is FTX valuation. Have a look. Do you think people were saying to sell up here? $32 billion valuation. No. Not a single person that I spoke to, that I saw on Twitter, that I watched on YouTube, not a single person entertained the thought that FTX might be overvalued. Not one. It didn't even cross my mind. I knew I can't trust this dudette, whatever it is. I knew I just couldn't trust it, but I didn't think, oh wow, 32 billion, you know. The way it looked like corrupt chairman Gary Gensler, the semen demon. He was having secret meetings with this dude. It really looked like the crypto industry was finished. That they were going to illegally take down Binance and they were going to usher in all the volume to route through FTX and that they were going to flip Coinbase's valuation. It looked like that was happening. And, you know, you're not a... Friends, look at this. Imagine you said FTX was overvalued at 1.2 billion. Then it goes to 18 billion. Then it goes to 25 billion. Then it goes to 32 billion. This dude is literally having meetings with Billy Bob Clinton. Bill Clinton having meetings with this dude. He's having orgies in the Bahamas. It's not easy, man. That's not easy. That's why I showed you all these Bitcoin talking points. I'm like, look, even with QE, even with Elon Musk, even with Tesla, even with all these things lining up, we still couldn't hit 100K. That was the top. There is more information in the charts than we think. That's why we probably have to use maybe the weekly super trend. Maybe we're just going to have to observe what's going on. We're going to have to measure euphoria. Oh, it's so hard, man. You're going to be saying, oh, how can you tell me we're not going to go up? And I'm going to be saying, oh, I know, but look at all the euphoria. Jim Cramer's calling for $300,000 Bitcoin. There's all these turbo long leverage people. Everybody's saying it's the future. Everybody's saying $200,000 Bitcoin next. You see? That's why we're going to be prepared. Everybody says they will sell the top. Everyone does. But I didn't see a single person yelling at everybody to sell. There were a few people, but nobody said to sell FTX. That's why it's why it's important, okay? It's easy to see euphoria. And for you and me, we'll have a discussion, all right? Just me and you, friends. And I'll say, look, there's a lot of euphoria. Have a look at your bags right now. I know you're looking at your bags and you think they should be another 3x higher, 5x higher, 10x higher. I know. But statistically, from history, when there's this much euphoria, bad things happen. Rolling 12 months from now or 18 months. How much do you want to put on the table after this moment, knowing this? That's what I want to ask. So I'm not saying, okay, let's just sell everything. I'm just informing you that, you know, we got to think, okay, you think, okay, Dan, there's a lot of euphoria. Okay, maybe I'll get out 10%, 5%, 15 or 20%. Just something. Just start off with something. Most likely what would happen is as it starts to sink on us, see, that's what I want us to do. I know what would happen now. You see, if you just ignored this dude, Soy Bankman-Fried, if you were sitting in 2021, you go back, he's sitting in 2021, and you just entertain the thought that it's getting a bit silly, right? Maybe 33K. You're like, oh, it's just getting started, right? That's why I'm not even going to pretend, oh, we all sell the top. No. You sell like halfway. If you sell like 5%, maybe your eyes and your ears will perk up and you'll realize, you know what? I do see euphoria. Damn, man, something's not going on with the coin the way I thought it would. Maybe I should sell another 5%. It just starts to spark. That's all we got to do. Because many people just sold nothing. In fact, they were doing the opposite. They were buying more. Okay, so that's the tough part. Don't forget, the green candles will make everybody euphoric, drunk on it. It's like a drug, man. It's literally like a drug. No one's going to want to get off this horse. Please, don't forget. At $25 billion valuation for Soy Bankman-Fried's FTX, the consensus was that it was going to 150 billion. I promise you, I was here. Coinbase was 100 billion. Jim Cramer said, yeah, it's going up higher. We all thought, Coinbase, wow. Now, I was very scared with those valuations. I'm like, 100 billion for a stock gapping up? That's trash. Very tough, right? But if FTX was meant to flip it, its target was much higher too. So instead of playing these individual games, we look at the crowd's emotions. And so please, just remember, friends, remember, we're in this together. Everybody says they have big balls. They don't have big balls. It's going to be very tough. You're going to feel like you're doing the wrong thing. We are practicing every single day for these moments when they come, bang! Is that euphoria? Jim Cramer calling for $300,000 Bitcoin. I pray and I hope that the signals are very clear. If the prices are not where we expect them to be, we are going to be prepared for that. In 2024 next year, by the way, one of the most common questions I get is, please tell us how to sell. Please, please, please. I'm like, don't worry, friends. We're nowhere near even the sell button. What's the sell button? Oops. There's just buy. It's buy only. As 2024 comes out, don't worry. We're going to have plans. We're going to have different strategies. We're going to have different tiered system. And it's not going to be one moment. We're not going to sell the tops ever. We're going to be peeling off through periods of time. And that's the best way to play it. Don't forget, you're my friend. And guess what? I'm going to go get some charcoal chicken. Make sure you like, subscribe, bell button, or tell mum and dad. Whatever order they want, give me a message and I'll get them for them too. Catch you in the next one.